His magic touch has revived a failing franchise.
When he came on board and really showed his enthusiasm, the whole city just jumped behind us.
Dallas was nothing to brag about, and now we're the talk of the town.
His motivation has always been simple: the almighty dollar.
You know, he was always, even as a kid, the man with the plan.
The plan was just to try to make as much money as I can.
Growing up, he was the chubby kid with the fat wallet.
Let's just say dads weren't worried when they saw me with their daughters.
Chasing cash, he bent the rules and got busted.
And not only is she only 16 on probation, but she's on probation for prostitution.
He developed an unparalleled work ethic.
I said, man, aren't you on your honeymoon? He's like, yeah, Greece is great. Did you get that deal done that we were talking about the other day?
But never lost his need to play.
You're never gonna be able to her. I beat the shit out of him.
Digging deep, the kid from Steel City struck gold.
It was the biggest IPO in the history of the stock market.
I think that was the day that you know your life's changed forever.
And the brash billionaire did what every sports fan dreams of.
Dreams can come true.
He's just a guy living on his fantasy.
I think sometimes he's rocked the boat constructively, and other times he's just rocked it for the sake of rocking it.
Hey, father, how much they paid?
I do think that he is the great American success story.
This is Mark Cuban.
You did not make that call.
Beyond the glory.
Take me out to the ball game.
Absolutely outstanding. Unbelievable. There's as good as any done on baseball.
Do you have anything to say to your fans?
The line began the night before. Hundreds of anxious fans arrived from miles away for a chance to see their hero up close.
People were pushing on the glass at the Dairy Queen. The glass was moving in and out, and and it was just unbelievable.
But this was no ordinary celebrity appearance. The man the people had come to see wasn't an athlete or a movie star. He wasn't there to sign autographs or promote a new line of shoes. He had come to sell ice cream.
What's the cone?
I didn't expect there to be a line a mile long when I got there. I didn't expect, the Today Show to want to talk to me and all this stuff.
Mark Cuban, the billionaire building blizzards, had taken Dallas's moribund basketball franchise and turned it into one of the NBA's elite.
When I first got here, to be part of Dallas was nothing to brag about. And now we're the talk of the town.
Excitable and outspoken, Cuban became the owner you love to hate. He challenged opposing players and coaches. In January of 2002, he questioned the competency of the NBA's director of officials, wondering aloud if he was capable of managing a Dairy Queen. The league slapped Cuban with a $500,000 fine. Then Dairy Queen called.
Dairy Queen came up and said, "Can you?" I'm like, that'd be fun. Dairy Queen, how can I help you?
So at 6 a.m. on January 16th, the Mavericks' billionaire owner jumped behind the counter and started his $8 an hour shift at a suburban Dallas Dairy Queen.
Welcome to Dairy Queen. Can I take your order, sir? Yes, sir.
We taught him how to make ice cream cones, how to dip the ice cream, how to blend blizzards.
That's a small one for you because I'm trying to save money. But it was a little bit ugly, but it still tastes good.
For Mark, the day at Dairy Queen was great publicity. Since buying the team, Mark had made it clear that he would do whatever it took to make his investment pay off.
Any successful company has got to have somebody who's out there, setting the tone. The guys who don't stand up, don't explain to the fans why they're there. Those are the teams that suck.
But Dairy Queen also brought Mark back to his childhood, to the days when the future billionaire started hatching schemes to strike it rich.
He was always willing to do something what others thought was crazy or not in the norm.
The plan was just to try to make as much money as I can, I guess.
Mark Cuban grew up in Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania, a Jewish middle-class neighborhood just outside of Pittsburgh. Gawky and heavy set, Mark took a while to grow into his looks.
Not just glasses, big, thick glasses. I had caps that were silver.
My grandmother used to call him the pudgy boy. He wasn't never that fat, but he was always a little bit hefty, sort of round.
I remember more the chubbiness, yeah, because I had to go find pants to fit them.
Let's just say dads weren't worried when they saw me with their daughters.
Mark and his friends were sports fanatics. The Cuban's house on Bower Hill Road backed up against a large grass field and a basketball court.
I remember getting up 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock, going down playing wiffle ball, playing basketball.
That's all we did. Sports was the main thing growing up. We played a lot of basketball. Every season was something else.
I was the main guy on the basketball team and the football team, where that disappeared real quick. Tried out for my high school team, didn't make it 3 years in a row.
Mark soon discovered his true talent, making money. In his first effort to supplement his allowance, Mark persuaded the neighborhood kids to help him sell sugarless candies and garbage bags door to door.
Who's not gonna spend $6 on a kid that's lugging around a garbage bag?
He would drive us around, let us off in neighborhoods, and we go door to door selling these candies for him. You know, and I don't even think I got paid. I might have gotten a few pieces of candy or something.
Part of it was the adventure, and part of it was he made you believe that this thing could work, and even if it didn't work, it would be a lot of fun trying.
I learned what selling was about, and you know, I learned what it took to make money.
When Mark was 16, the local newspaper, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, went on strike. Mark saw an opportunity.
He got the idea with another guy to drive up to Cleveland, which was a few hours away, and buy some Sunday papers.
We started going around to the newspaper vending machines in the area and put in a quarter and take all the papers out.
Then we started getting more efficient, and we'd hunt down the Cleveland plain dealer trucks.
And then we went back to Pittsburgh, and he stationed us in couple different street corners.
Started selling them for 50 cents a piece, and you know, make great money for a 16-year-old.
Mark's entrepreneurial spirit was developing quickly. Mark's next target was stamp conventions.
He would go to the top side, buy stamps, go to the next level, sell them, then go to the next level, buy them, go up to the third level again, and just repeat this process in stamps and coins.
Mark was astute enough and enough of a visionary and entrepreneur to look at what was out there and say, hey, this is what's making money. I can make money in this area.
Mark took what every kid does as a hobby and he turned it into a business.
Trying to stay ahead of the curve, Mark cut a deal with Mount Lebanon High. He got approval to attend the University of Pittsburgh for his senior year.
I thought he'd joined the circus. All of a sudden, he just sort of disappeared from being around the house. You know, we didn't know where he was.
We had no input in this at all. I didn't even know that was a possibility.
Joined a fraternity, you know, at Pitt. That's really where I grew up. Got contacts, lost some weight. All of a sudden, you know, I wasn't quite the schlemiel that I was before that. You know, I started to get some attention.
The new look Mark returned to Mount Lebanon only for the senior prom.
I just found the best looking girl that I could find that I thought might say yes, that needed a date, and, you know, knew I was nice, and that was it.
He was sure he was going to lose weight, and so he ordered a tux at least one size too small. And I remember him showing up the day of the prom shoveled into this tux. I don't think he could even button the jacket.
In 1977, 18-year-old Mark took his act to Indiana University. In Bloomington, Mark would develop a passion for basketball and a penchant for causing trouble.
Not only is this girl on probation, but she's only 16. And not only is she only 16 on probation, but she's on probation for prostitution.
In 1977, after spending his senior year of high school at the University of Pittsburgh, Mark Cuban decided to pursue a business degree. He enrolled at Indiana University, the cheapest school with a reputable program.
I basically lived off of $20 a week, you know, at the most. And I just hustled. You know, get this loan and apply for this aid and apply for this grant.
The previous year, Indiana had won the NCAA basketball championship.
Has its biggest lead.
It was on the IU campus that the future NBA owner's fervor for hoops took root.